Hi, this is Dr. Melissa Gracious with MBG Organizing Solutions, and today's organizing tip is about the 3 biggest misunderstandings that we all have about email. Okay, first off, let's set the stage. The Radicati Group measures email volumes, and they put out a report this year that said that the typical business person sends and receives 196 emails per day. And this is a 33% increase over what they measured just 2 years ago. 33%. So that was an average. I have to tell you, that is a real underestimate of some of the things that I'm seeing. Client companies are pulling me in to help them because they are seeing email volumes doubling every 2 years. So whether you're more in the typical 33% increase or whether you're in a situation where your email volumes are doubling every 2 years, we know that there is a problem that too much email is being born into the world. And no app or search tool or email management technique is going to help when email volumes continue growing year upon year upon year. So let's take a step back and examine the foundational problem of email and the misunderstandings that we have about it. And it goes back to our attitudes. There are 3 attitudes about email that I think have caused this growth issue. First and foremost, we believe that email is like instant messaging. It is a way to send a question and receive a near instantaneous response to the question. And what that has led is to cultures of attentiveness to email that are absolutely prohibitive to productivity. If we expect our colleagues and ourselves to respond to emails in 3 to 5 minutes, we must keep our email open and front and center all day long. And every time a new email comes in, we must turn and look at it and see if it is something that we need to attend to. Every time you are interrupted, whatever task you are on takes all that much longer to complete. So if you are receiving 50 email messages a day and getting 50 interruptions, can you imagine how much longer your tasks are taking? So first of all, we need to know email is not instant messaging. We need to be appropriately responsive, not instantly responsive. And it comes with, first of all, shutting down Outlook or Google Mail or whatever you use and going in and processing your email during set times of the day. So attitude number 1 that caused us so many misunderstandings about email is not instant messaging. Attitude number 2, email is not always the best tool for communication. And it's really funny, I was speaking with a client 2 days ago who said, doesn't anybody use the phone anymore? What happened to that little device that we have on our desks with the numbers on it that we could dial and prevent dozens of back and forth replies to a question or a confusing topic? Let me just say this, if tone is important to your message, if someone has replied more than 3 times to your email, it is time to pick up the phone. There are some companies who have even instituted what are called face-to-face Fridays to combat this issue, because email has become too easy. So let it not be necessarily your default tool for communication in all circumstances. Take a step back and ask yourself, is this the right thing to use to get my message across quickly and appropriately? So attitude number 2, email is not always the best tool for communication. Attitude number 3 that has gotten us in this situation is that we believe email is the very best way to document decisions and actions. I tell you I've gotten this thing done and I prove that I did my job and I prove that you knew what I was doing. And it's all about documentation and proof and I'm gonna get you. I've got the proof. Well, You and I both know that email is not a great tool for that purpose. First and foremost, there are conversations that happen outside of email that render a chain of emails completely null and void. And it does not capture the nuances of the situation. If we truly need to document something, it needs to be in a better format than an email. It needs to be in a written document that is, I don't know, go crazy, signed. Let's really think about what needs to be documented and how, because email truly is not the best tool for documentation. And I can also tell you, I'm a former HR person, and even if you have all the emails you've ever sent and received, you can still be laid off from work. You can still be terminated for cause. It really does not provide the cover that you may think it's providing you. So all this email problem, this exorbitant growth of email, can be traced down to the fact that we treat it as instant messaging. We use it when it's not the best tool for communication, and we over-rely on email for documentation. Change starts at home. Examine your attitudes toward email. See what changes you need to make, and then maybe you will be on the crest of a wave of how we can reduce the birth of email. This is Dr. Melissa Gracious with MBG Organizing Solutions. You can reach me online at www.mbgorganizing.com. Have a great day.